So first things first, let's talk about the hardware. The Huawei Mate 9, like most of the company's other smartphones, is built from an aluminum body which looks and feels great. Up front you'll find a 5.9-inch display at 1080p, which is good. Normally a display that large would make for a phone that's just too big for most people, but with slim bezels, the Mate 9 remains manageable. And as for the 1080p resolution, I would have preferred it to be a little bit higher, especially if this phone is used for VR, but overall it's pretty decent. Under the hood, the Mate 9 runs on top of Huawei's Kirin 960 SoC paired with 4GB of RAM, 64GB of storage, and Android Nougat. We'll get to the software in a moment, but as for performance, it's quite good. Unlike older Huawei devices where lag and crashes were common, the Mate 9 performs well. Huawei says that one of its goals with the Mate 9 is to keep the phone fast, not just out of the box, but also over time. Now it does this by using machine learning to allocate system resources to suit your needs. But we couldn't quite test that out since it will only show itself over time. All that can be said for now is, so far, so much better than any Huawei device ever. Now as for the software, finally I can say that Huawei has done a good job. The Mate 9 is the first Huawei device to launch with Android Nougat and the company's new software layer, EMUI 5.0. Now the new software is cleaner, easier to use, and just better than anything Huawei has put out before. The best way I can explain it is this: the Huawei Mate 9 feels like an Android phone, not just a really bad iPhone. Now there's still dozens of features included and plenty of bloatware too, but the Mate 9 is a step in the right direction for Huawei's software. Everything from the notification shade to the settings menu to even Huawei's own apps feel more like an Android device. It's not perfect and it's still not for everyone, but Huawei has finally created a phone where the software lines up with the excellent hardware, at least to a certain degree. Then there's the camera, another one of Huawei's key areas for the Mate 9. The company wanted to include a good camera, and they did. The Mate 9's dual camera Leica system is excellent, taking great photos with an easy-to-use interface which packs plenty of features. My only complaints come in the low light performance, which could be better, and the lack of a decent quick access option. Next, battery life. Huawei has always excelled here, and the Mate 9 is no different. Packing a 4000 mAh battery, the Mate 9 can easily last through a full day of usage. Even on long and heavy days, I never ended a day with the Mate 9 below 30%. If my usage was light, I could easily last up to 2 days on a single charge. Huawei's included fast charger promises faster charging speeds than anything else out there today, but we weren't able to test it out due to the included adapter not working in our region. So at the end of the day, is the Mate 9 a phone you should consider? Absolutely. Huawei has finally nailed a smartphone in just about every department. There's nothing about this phone which is actually bad. The hardware is great, the camera is good, the battery life is outstanding, and the software is finally good. It's not perfect and it could be better, but when this device does release, which includes the United States this time around, it's absolutely worth considering.